What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This this video is entitled Putting Away Childish Things. I spoke about this previously a while back. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, I acted as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. This is important because I think some of us, we're living in a society that arrested development has become part of the norm culture. And what I mean by that is you still acting like a kid when you grown. So you haven't put away childish things. When it comes to interacting with people, you got adults interacting with other adults like little kids, teenagers. You know what I'm saying? The things, the needs that people have are ridiculous sometimes. So I'll address both parties when I say this. What I see in men, women. Men, you're a gamer. If you're on video games and you've grown, maybe that's your downtime thing. But the time you give to your downtime thing, if it's games, you still acting like a child. I mean, you might be one Saturday away from sitting on the couch in your drawers with a salad bowl full of cereal and a big ass spoon with a controller in your hand. That ain't a good example to set because you got to put away childish things. If it's a blue moon thing, a thing where you reminisce and kind of get to be a kid again, that's one thing. If you do that as your parents, in sense, getting to know your kid, that's one thing. But if that's you, it's a problem. If you're in the high school state of mind, I need to get, oh, I got 37 girlfriends. Yeah, look at all these phone numbers. I'm gonna call this one, I'm gonna call that one, I'm gonna call that one. Make a fucking choice. Pick a chick. Stop acting like a little kid. Now, if you're looking for something, even if you're a player and you like, I need multiple women for these things, be upfront about it. Tell these women, they grown. When you out here playing fuckboy games because you want to get over, you acting as a child. When you do what kids do, where you make a commitment, but oh, I fell asleep. Oh, I'm just so tired. Oh, I forgot. Oh, and this is your habit? Your habit. You acting as a child. You didn't put away childish things. When you're out here making mistakes on purpose, because you know there'll be somebody to come along and have to fix your mistakes. And you're comfortable with the idea that somebody's going to clean up your mess. You acting as a child. You didn't put away childish things. When you feel as though people have to deal with your problems just because you're in their presence, that's childish. You got to put away childish things. When you skirt your responsibilities, you procrastinate your responsibilities. Just like a kid who was told to put out the trash and they didn't want to do their chores, so they was told at 5 and they bullshitted till 10 o'clock and got their ass whipped. And I don't know why you did that to me. You need to stop acting like that. Handle your responsibility in an appropriate time as it should be handled. Put away childish things. If you think an apology is enough for a mistake you make without atoning that mistake, you need to put away that childish mindset. Ladies, can't really speak for ladies per se like this, but when you're playing dress up as an adult, you need to put away childish things. See, there's a difference between being presentable in public and just being an old woman or grown woman in a vanity mirror like a 5-year-old playing dress up and just looking at herself. This is why, all this social media pictures and Snapchats and filters and Instagrams kind of looks, weird because it's childish. You got to put away childish things by being enamored with yourself. You see your fucking self every day. Using people to get ahead or playing is a childish thing, because kids do that because they can't do for themselves. You get what I'm saying? So when you think, oh, can you do that for me? Childish thing. You got to get off of that. You got to put away childish things. And I think when I use that biblical reference, the one thing about it is, I wish they would have had one for the women that said the exact same thing. Like, when I was a child, I acted as a child, spoke as a child, thought as a child. But when I became a woman, I put away childish things, because that's one of the processes that I think some men who became men have a problem with women who are not yet really women, because they never put away childish things. Your emotions are not a bargaining chip to get what you want. You can't just cry to get what you want, or throw a tantrum to get what you want, or be sad and bring other people down to get what you want, and then when you get it, you perk up. That is a childish thing. You got to put away childish things. To expect that you're an adult and you're everybody's little princess, that's a very childish thing. See, when people say, oh, I want a king because I'm a queen, well, some of y'all still say that y'all a little princess too. Queens ain't princesses. They used to be. They grew up and became women and handled the responsibilities of women and became queens by their growth and knowledge and what they bring to the table as an adult. You can't be a queen and with a princess mentality. You got to put away childish things. When it comes to being interacting with men, you can't expect your presence to be payment for anything. That was cute when you was a little girl, but as a woman, not cute. Put away the childish things. You can't just say, I showed up, so I'm worth all the attention in the world. You shouldn't sell yourself for attention in the first place. Because why do we say kids act out? Because they want what? Attention. You got to put away the childish things. The need or the thirst, I would say, to be wanted. If you just want to be wanted, that's a high school mentality, because once he wants you, then I like him because he don't want me, and now he wants me, I don't like him no more. That's very childish and immature. To go to the next level, you have to put away those childish things. When you become a parent, you don't get to compete with your child for love and attention. Put away childish things. That's not cool. That goes for the men too. To be somebody's rock, you're gonna have to, or diamond, you're gonna be able to handle the pressure to become one. You can't skirt having the pressure to create a diamond and still be a diamond. That doesn't work. You have to pay the cost to be the boss, and that goes for men and women too. So you can't just shortcut your adult growth. And if you're trying to do that, that's childish. You need to put away the childish things. Yeah.